Felicity. So in today's video, as you can see, I'm going to be going through all the tarot decks that I received or bought in 2021. Now, as you can see, it's quite a number of decks that I got here. There's a lot to go through. So yes, and I'm excited to go through it all with you today. So the first deck that I purchased in 2021 is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Now I do have an unboxing of this already on my channel, so I'm not going to, unbox it. It will be linked in the cards or in the description, so you'll definitely be able to, see it there. I bought this because I was intrigued by the art, and I absolutely love this deck very much. It's strange, uh, but also really like captivating as well. And I was really happy when I bought this. I ordered it I pre-ordered it in 2020, but it didn't come until 2021. So this was like the first deck that I got in 2021. So yes, the art is just very nice. Like I love this deck. I use it for myself often. It's just really intriguing and very, very interesting. So I just really love it. So yeah. So next we have the Nightmare Before Christmas deck that I also got in 2021. I bought it in February. I love this deck very much. I use it often. I would say that in 2021 I used it like 3 months in a row as well. I used it a bit when I first got it. And then I was like, you know what, this is very like Halloween Christmas vibes. So I waited until October. I used this all of October, November, December. I used it. And I just really love the readings that I got from it. And I don't know, I just really love the vibe. I love the artwork. The artwork is by Abigail Larson, who did the Dark Wood Tarot, which I don't own. So yeah, I love it. And the guidebook is fantastic. Guidebook's by Minerva Siegel. So yes, it's so fun. And I love the movie. So definitely a fun deck to have in my collection. So the next deck that I got was the Good Tarot by Colette Baron-Reid and Jenna Della Grottaglia. I also have an unboxing of this on my channel. It's super glossy, so they stick together a lot. I do love the artwork. The messages are very positive, and very interesting. I don't mind that they changed the suits, and they changed, I think, some of the majors as well, like this one, transformation, instead of death. So it's very like positive, which I don't mind, but sometimes the cardstock and the size of the cards makes it hard to use. I have used this with other Colette decks, but I prefer most of her oracles to this. If I was going to like pick something up by her, it would probably be her oracles rather than this tarot deck. Then we have the Witch's Wisdom Tarot by Phyllis Kirot and Danielle Barlow. This is a Hay House deck. This is still in order, actually. I have yet to go through it, use it, mainly because the system for the mages is different, and I really want to deep dive this particular deck, and I just haven't had the time. But this deck is definitely one that I want to work with this year because I just love the energy of it. I love the artwork, and I find the major system to be really interesting. The fact that it's going from the world as 0 to the Fool. I think that's a really cool and interesting concept. So it's on my list to like deep dive and go through it more. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. This is a weird card though. I'm not gonna lie. Very weird. So yes, that's why it's still see, it goes from the world. Wait, yeah. It goes from the world as 1 to to 0 being the Fool. But it goes in like a different direction. So yeah, I find it very interesting, and I just want to like deep dive this a little bit more in terms of the structure of this, and just like go through it and see like how I would be able to use this in my own practice and possibly with others. So yes, I still have yet to do that. That's why it's still in order. But I'm hoping that I can do that soon. It's definitely one that I really want to work with this year, like deep dive it. The next deck is the Dream Keepers Tarot by Liz Houston, and this is kind of, I wouldn't say it's similar to Tarot of Mystical Moments, because the artwork is definitely not the same. This is more like dreamy, statuesque type of deck that I have. And I do really love it. It is strange, but I do really love it. I do have an unboxing of this. I believe it's on my channel. I'm gonna have to check that. If it is, it'll be linked down below. So yes, I have worked with this quite a bit. Her guidebook is amazing. I do love her guidebook very much because it describes the artwork, which is great. And yeah, I just love the different take on like the Rider-Waite system. I love the strength card because it has a snake instead of a traditional lion. And yeah, I'm just really in love with this deck. It's very awesome. Great for dream work, in my opinion, to like do dream spreads. This Lover's card is so odd. Like it's two birds holding masks or holding faces. It's so weird. Then you have this Three of Cups. But yeah, they all look like marble statues except for like this one. The only downside, as I stated already in my other video, is that everyone is white. But I think that's because they're supposed to represent marble. So, yeah. But more diversity would have been nice. The next deck that I got was the Good Karma Tarot. Now, I absolutely love this deck. Super diverse, very RWS friendly, super actually beginner friendly, very easy, very modern. The artwork is amazing. The guidebook is very positive. It has like different like positive affirmations and whatnot in the guidebook, but I don't mind that too much. But I find like the imagery is very beginner friendly, definitely based on RWS, very easy to read with, in my opinion. The only thing I don't like about this particular deck is that the box has one of those split trays, which I absolutely hate. I hate the split trays. They're so annoying. I love this moon card. Like, the dog and the wolf are her earrings, and then you see like the tattoo of the lobster. Yeah, I just love that. Yeah, so the tray, it's like a split tray inside the box, and I hate that so much. It's absolutely the worst. Honestly, absolutely the worst. So, yeah. But the artwork is amazing. I'm willing to like overlook that part of the part of the box that I don't like, because this is a really good, easy to use deck. Next, we have the Feel Tarot by Hannah Elizabeth Fofana. This was an indie turned mass market deck, and I had my eye on it when it was an indie creation, but then I heard that US Games picked it up, and I jumped at the chance to buy it when it became mass market. So I do really love this deck. Sometimes it's very pippish, which I know quite a number of people do not like. I don't mind. Doesn't bother me at all. And I love that it has like keywords. So I believe this is like a Thoth kind of system with like the prince. Yeah, princess and whatnot. I believe also the strength card is in position 11, if I'm remembering correctly. I actually really like the keywords. I don't mind them at all. I think they're great. Sometimes, like the Five of Discs, which is the Pentacles, I'm just like, I don't know about that. Like, that's not something I would use to describe that particular, like, that's not the keyword I would particularly use. So yeah. But I do love the artwork. And I don't mind, like, for example, you can see that it's generosity. Like, you can actually tell because they have their hands like this, like in a giving position or receiving position, but it's very pippish and like the rest. Oh, this is very pippish. This is supposed to signify competition. This kind of reminds me of the Olympics. But yeah, but I don't mind it. I actually really like it. I like that this signifies meditation. I don't know. I've used this quite a bit. The Hierophant is the only card I don't like. Like, no. That's like super traditional. Super traditional. He's like a pope. I'm just like, nah. No thanks. This one also is very pippish. It's just 9 cups. So yeah, but the people are all like pretty looking, which I don't usually mind for like myself. I don't really care much, but for others, it might be off-putting for other people. So yeah, but I really enjoyed this deck reading for myself. I have used it a bit for others, but I mostly have used it for myself. Then we have the White Newman Tarot, which was created by Alba BG and published by Liminal 11. I absolutely love this deck. It is probably one of my absolute top 5 favorites, like of all the decks I own, not just of the ones from this year. And I absolutely love it because it has one of my favorite lovers card. I love the Hierophant also in this card. Like, yes, she has the traditional symbology, but she's showing skin. Like, what? Like, why? Like, who? So I love that so much. I don't know. It's just amazing to me, anyway. This death card, absolutely amazing. I do have a full unboxing of this. I love the High Priestess card. This deck has like my favorite High Priestess card. I love the Lovers card in this deck. It's my favorite Lovers card. This King of Pentacles. And I love the art style too. Very like cartoon-esque, and I love it. Look at this bird. He's like, whatever. But I love it so much. There's also 2 extra cards in here. There's like the Black Newman and the White Newman, which is always fun. 6 of Swords. There's like a lot of animals. Here's the White Newman. Yeah, I don't know. I just really, this Wheel of Fortune though, like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I absolutely love this deck. It reads really nicely, in my opinion. Very RWS, honestly. There are, she does have her, here's the Lovers card. Love this Lovers card. Oh my god, I love this Lovers card. The guidebook is absolutely amazing. I love it. This 2 of Cups, though, like, wow. Yeah, I love it so much. And the packaging is fantastic. This has like the new Liminal 11 packaging, which I absolutely love. Don't get me wrong, I love the Modern Witch Tarot, which I own from Liminal 11. But the bottom piece that they added, that was like the best decision they made. Honestly, best decision. Absolutely love it. So our next deck is the Mystical Dream Tarot. This is by Janet Pedilato. It's a red wheel deck. I got it because it focuses strictly on dream work. So this focuses 100% on dream work. The imagery is dream related. The interpretations are dream related. And I thought that was an interesting concept to do dream work with, like in terms of tarot. Now, I have an unboxing filmed for this, but I haven't actually started working on it. I want to do a deep dive because they changed a lot of the major cards are renamed, and the imagery that's provided on the cards is not RWS specific, like not always. So I wanted to do more of a deep dive, especially on the guidebook and the take that the author or creator takes in terms of, the dream relation to the RWS meaning. So I'm planning to deep dive this year. Like this is Dreamer of Pentacles. I don't remember. They switched up the court cards names, so I don't remember what this is supposed to be, but that is weird. That is weird. I love it though. And I don't mind the color palette either. That was one thing I was like, I don't know, color palettes. Four Pentacles is an onion. Like when you think of the Four Pentacles, this is not typically what you would think of, right? So I found that really interesting and funny. So I don't know, I just want to take a deeper dive in this particular deck to really understand it better and where it's like coming from. So I plan to do that this year because it's really interesting and I really do love it. Like, look at it. This is so beautiful. I find this so beautiful. And it would be fun to do like dream work and dream readings. Dreams are very odd and very strange, and it takes time to get through it all and everything because sometimes you really need to deep dive into what your dream is telling you to understand it. Like, what is this? So weird. And then the Lovers, that is very odd also. The one thing that I hate about this particular deck, just like the Good Karma Tarot, is that the box is split trays, and I hate that so much. Come on, guys. Like, if Llewellyn can do it and have a big, giant guidebook, everyone else can do it also. Just, put some length, just widen it up a bit so you can have just the cards in the middle and the guidebook on top. It's really not that complicated. It's not rocket science. Next, I have the New Chapter Tarot. This is another Liminal 11 publication. This one's by Catherine Briggs. This is a Thoth-inspired deck. It is cute. It is small. I do love this very much. I have been working with it quite a bit. I have an unboxing of this on my channel already. The artwork is great. I do love it. There's also 2 extra cards in this. Oh, the Six of Swords. This card literally haunts me. Haunts me. If you saw my unboxing of this, oh my god, go see it just to see my reaction, because wow. But I love this deck very much. And the readings I get from it are very interesting. Very to the point. There's no fluff. It's just all around, this is what it is, you got to do it type of reading. The cards do stick together a bit because it's like a matte cardstock. They're better than when I got them for the first time. I will say that because I have been using them. They have loosened up a bit. But I just look at this star card. It's so beautiful. It reminds me of stained glass. I think Catherine did a fantastic job with the art. Because look at this hermit. It looks like rocks, like you're climbing a mountain for solitude, but it also looks like a hooded figure. You know what I mean? That's just so interesting. And the hermit is my birth card with the moon, and I relate very much to the hermit card. It's like one of my favorites, along with the moon, and then typically the high priestess card, which I find really interesting here because there's 3 people. And then the 8 of Pentacles is like my ultimate, which we have right here. I was saying it and then I just realized I had it in my hand. So yes, I love it very, very much. Honestly, I would love if they came out with a coloring book, because Liminal 11 they have 2 coloring books at the moment, the one for the Modern Witch and then their Cosmic Slumber coloring book. I don't have the Cosmic Slumber deck or coloring book, but I do have the Modern Witch one, and I have the deck for that as well. And I hope that they put out a coloring book of this deck because it's just so amazing. Look at this extra card, Invocation. I got this card so much working with this. But I absolutely love it. I love the moon phases that there are. It's so beautiful. So yes, and then this Sun card, King of Swords. Very, very lovely deck, honestly. Then I have the Tarot de la Nuit, which is it's an English deck. Well, the cards are in English. The book is in multiple languages because it's a Lo Scarabeo deck. And this deck, I had it on my wish list for a while. I do love it very much. It's very model-esque though, so all the people in it are models. Some of the imagery sometimes it doesn't really match with the particular card, like the title of the card or like the meaning of the card for like traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, which I don't mind much only because I've been reading tarot for 4 years, so I don't mind it as much. Definitely not beginner friendly. I'm just gonna say that right now. But yes, everyone looks like they came out of a magazine. So I don't really use this for others. I typically only use it for myself. It is like a darker type of deck, sometimes fairy tale-esque, like this is Cinderella for like the Two of Pentacles. And then yeah, like this is I find this actually very interesting for the Four of Swords, which is about rest and whatnot. But I like how there's a time clicking, like going, and like it's as if it's saying like, oh yeah, you have time to rest, but you're kind of not really resting also because you're constantly running like on a clock or something, which is pretty interesting as an interpretation. But yeah, see, very model-esque, very model-esque for the king. He's also a very young king. Um, this one's very macabre, honestly. These ones with the magician, high priestess, Two of Swords. Yeah, so some of the images don't really fit, and some do. I guess it just really depends. But this deck, I find you can read pretty intuitively because of the imagery. You can just go based on the imagery and just go with it, in my opinion. But yeah, not something I'd use for others. There's no diversity in this deck whatsoever. So yeah, I mainly use it for myself, if I use it at all. So the next deck that I have that I bought, well, I didn't buy this actually. I won this in a giveaway. I got it in 2021 and I won it in a giveaway. I have an unboxing already of this on my channel. It's the Luna Soul Tarot. This is actually by the founders of Liminal 11, Darren Schill and Mike Medaglia, I believe is how you pronounce their surname. Apologies if I mispronounced it. I love pastel decks. And I love this deck very much. I love the look at this. The Nine of Swords is so haunting. Like, look at her face. I love it. We have the Ten of Swords, like flowers growing out of the swords. So interesting. This Five of Swords. Yeah, I love the art style. I love the artwork. She reminds me of, I swear, every time. I even said it in my unboxing. She reminds me of the mother of Phil and Lil, which are the twins from the Rugrats. Oh my god. Anyway, but yes, I love this very much. So fun. So interesting. Definitely loved using it. There's also some extra cards in this deck as well. And I don't know, I just really love it. I love that it's matte cardstock. So I think a lot of people didn't like the Modern Witch cardstock, which I absolutely loved. Honestly, I love the cardstock of the Modern Witch. Love it. And I don't mind this cardstock at all. I love that it's matte. It takes some getting used to because shuffling, sometimes they stick together. But yes, I love this Four of Pentacles. I find it so funny that they're holding all these things, but yet they can't even leave because they can't pick up the key to go. And the Four of Pentacles is about, being frugal and saving all your money, but there's also ways to like enjoy it as well by, going out. So yeah, I love this Strength card. So yes, the Moon, Sun. And the guidebook's great too. It has like very detailed information. For a small book, honestly, it's great. And I love their guidebooks because they're like small little hardcover bound books, and I find that so cute. Except for their newest, not their tarot deck, but their Oracle, the Seed and the Sickle. I believe those are bound, but paperback bound. Ah, this Ace of Cups is literally my favorite. I believe this is the card that made me fall in love with this deck. It was this one. I just absolutely, the aces are always my favorite in decks. I always have to look at the aces and see how they're portrayed because they start the suit, right? And I love this Ace of Cups. It's probably my favorite Ace of Cups out of probably all my decks. So for my 13th deck that I bought this year, I bought the Chakra Wisdom Tarot by Tori Hartman. This is a Watkins publication. Now, this deck, again, like Tarot de la Nuit, is very model-esque people. There's no diversity. But I like the concept of this deck. All the borders are associated with a chakra, with one of the seven. And I find that really interesting, to be honest with you. And I do want to deep dive this year to understand better the ways that this particular creator uses chakras for each card. So yeah, I'm planning to deep dive this to have a better understanding of that and like how she typically portrays this. And I find it really interesting. But again, everyone is model-esque. Again, I don't know. Some of them might seem like they're not white, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't feel like this is a diverse deck, in my opinion. Very model-esque. So, yes. But I do like that they did try to keep like a majority of the symbolic, like the Eight of Swords. In the mirror, she's trapped and blindfolded, but in reality, she's not. So it's like, this is a good concept of the fact that the Eight of Swords is about feeling as though you're trapped or you're playing the victim, or you know, it's about mentality, in my opinion, and the way of your way of thinking. So that's good. We have the Two of Swords. You see the Two of Swords. She's blindfolded, so that's pretty good as well. Four of Cups. We have the Devil here. Two of Wands. So yeah, I don't know. Four of Swords. At least they kept to. They try to keep to at least the Rider-Waite-Smith. But everyone's model-esque and pretty. Like, look at the, literally, these people could be on a cover of a magazine. But really, I got it for the concept. This is the card in the box. I got it for the concept of the chakras and to learn how they're associated with the tarot, or how Tori Hartman associates them with the tarot, because I find that interesting and I want to learn more about it. So this is another deck that I want to look more into. Then Halloween rolled around and I got the Halloween Tarot. And I love this deck because it's whimsical and funny and, you know, Halloween related. I only use this during Halloween, like during October month. I don't really plan to use this throughout the year, but I love it. And the readings that I got were great. Like, I absolutely loved it, honestly. Very fun. Look at this hermit. Oh my god. The bats. It's very RWS. I got the kit set, so the one that comes with the bigger guidebook, and I do enjoy the guidebook a lot. I don't mind that they renamed the suits. I find that it adds character to the deck. Some people don't like that, but I don't mind it. And yeah, I just really enjoy this. Great deck to have during Halloween month, or if you're the type of person that likes spooky, fun spooky decks year round, then this is definitely something that is great to have, you know, throughout the year, if you're that type of person that would use something like this throughout the year. Then I picked up the Botanical Tarot. Now, I do have an unboxing of this on my channel. These are in order because I had some issues with the deck, and the creator told me to reach out to the publisher to get a replacement deck. So the publisher was nice enough to send me just the cards. So they only sent me the cards to replace the problems that I had with the other deck. So these are much better. And then I still have the problem deck, and I just put it in the white box that these came in. So I'll probably just, I'll still use the other one. I'll probably use it for myself, and then keep the nicer copy for clients. And probably for like Instagram and things like that. But I love this deck very much. Honestly, it's all plants, and I just love the concept of it. I think the creator did a fantastic job with it as well. So yeah, I do love this. I'd love to deep dive it as well because it's all plants and whatnot, and you know, you would have to get used to like the plants and getting to know them because it's not based on RWS, but still absolutely fantastic. Like, I love the color on the black. It just makes the ColourPop way more. I'm super happy I got this deck. It was one that I got for my birthday. I actually ordered it. I pre-ordered it and I got it earlier than that, but it was specifically, I was like, okay, this is going to be a birthday gift to myself. So I'm really, really happy with that. Then I picked up the Animal Totem Tarot by Lisa Robertson and Eugene Smith. I've had this deck on my wish list for a long time, and I saw it on sale, and I was like, you know what, I'm getting it because I want it. It's an animal deck, and I love animal decks. This is like my second, I think, tarot that I have that's animal based. And I just love it. Look at this flying squirrel. I love it so much. It is the cards, some of them are really cute. Some of them, like this one, is very hard hitting. So I do, and this one is, I just really love it. The guidebook is so thick, like it's amazing. And I really want to take the time to explore this deck more since it's so, like this is another one that's really hard hitting, this Five of Cups. Like, wow, you know? And yeah, I just really love this. This is a Llewellyn publication, so it's Llewellyn cardstock. I love the cardstock, honestly. Llewellyn makes fantastic decks. And yeah, I just really want to explore more of what was written in the guidebook and like each card, the artistry and what's in it, like the imagery and whatnot. So I plan to do that this year with the High Priestess. I love this Empress. I love this cow. It's a fluffy cow. I love it. It's so cute. But yeah, so you have like your cute moments, and then you have like your very hard-hitting moments. And I think this will give like fantastic readings, honestly, once I finally use it, because I haven't used it yet. So I'm really excited to dive into this. Because I got it towards, when I get this, I got this I think after maybe late October, early November. So yes, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, otters. I love otters so much. So cute. Six of Cups. And then we have the Fool as a grasshopper. So yeah, I'm just really excited to dive deeper into this deck and just use it more because it looks like it'll be a fantastic reader. So coming in at number 17, this was the 17th deck that I bought. I have the Supernatural Tarot. This is posted by Inside Editions, just like the Nightmare Before Christmas. Guidebook is by Minerva Siegel. The artwork is by, I don't even remember, Matthew Skiff. And I bought this because I'm a huge fan of the show. It's a pop culture deck, obviously. Color palette is literally blue and red with black. Yeah, I haven't used it too much, to be honest with you. This one is actually, compared to the Nightmare Before Christmas, this one's way more pippish than that one. Nightmare Before Christmas is like more mixed. This one has a lot of pips in it. There's some that are illustrated, but quite a number of them are pippish. I do love this deck though, and I feel like I probably will work with it probably during October more, give it more of a chance to work with it. I feel like if you don't really know the show that well, probably not going to get it. Though they do talk, Minerva does talk about the characters in the book, so that's a plus. I do love when she does that. She mentions like the characters and stuff. So at least you can have an understanding of who people are. So, yes. See, very, very pippish, just 3 cups. So I feel like sometimes you just need to know more of just RWS to like get what the card means. So definitely not beginner friendly in my opinion in terms of imagery. The guidebook, however, is beginner friendly. The guidebook is amazing. So yeah, I have an unboxing of this. I do yeah, I do love it, but it's probably not something that I would just go to right away, you know? Like I would think about what it is I want to use, and then other decks would be more in the forefront of my mind compared to this one. But I do love it. Like I love the show, and I do love the imagery. So, and again, I don't mind that it's pep. because I'm not a beginner in tarot, so to me it doesn't matter. Next, I have the Tarot for Kids, which is by Teresa Reed and Kaylee Whitney, or Whitman rather. I do love this deck. Like, the imagery is amazing. I love the concept of it being for kids, very gentle, inner child like, in my opinion. Hate that the cards are gigantic. And I hate that they're in a tuck box. Like, why? Why are they in a tuck box? But yes, they're so big, like a child would not be able to hold this entire deck. Only one card at a time. So for something that's geared towards children, I think that was kind of a miss, in my opinion. I love that there's diversity. I love that they changed some of the naming in terms of the major cards, or they made them less scary. I do love that. Like, for example, the devil is bully, the lovers is friends, death, I believe, is like transformation or something, or change rather. And I do love that very much. I think it's a great concept, in my opinion. Yeah, I love the star card. So beautiful. Like, the artwork is amazing. It's like, it's so amazing. I love the artwork in here. Love the artwork. And it's like so fun. Oh yeah, the High Priestess they renamed to Moon Queen, which I'm actually really into. Here we have Best Friends for the lovers. And I don't know, I just really love it. Very RWS, very easy to read, very good for beginners, in my opinion. Here's the Death card. They changed it to change. So yeah, and the guidebook is fantastic. Oh, the Hanged Man is Patience, which I do love. So yeah, I really love this deck. Again, I just hate that it's like gigantic. Like, this thing is bigger than my hand. Like, it's so hard to shuffle. Like, children cannot shuffle this. I'm just saying. But I wish that they did like two-piece box instead of a tuck box. Taking it in and out is really annoying. Um, and I wish this was a bit smaller. Like, maybe standard Oracle size instead of this. I feel like these cards are the same size as like Blue Angel type Oracle decks, which those are annoying because they're gigantic. But yeah, if they did like a more standard Oracle size, I think it would have been so much better, in my opinion. Just in my opinion. Then we have the decks that I got in December. So we have the Disney Villains Tarot deck, which I got for my birthday. If you see my birthday haul, it was mentioned in there. Now, I absolutely love this deck. Big Disney fan. I grew up with a lot of these movies. So, of course, I had to pick it up. It's more on the side of Nightmare Before Christmas, where it's mixed Pip and illustrated, which is more my style. I don't mind if it's all Pip. Like, I have decks that are all Pip. I love this Chariot card. Like, this is like the best Chariot card ever. The Fool is epic. And I've been using this quite a bit, even though it's newer in my collection. And I love it. I love it very much. I get really good ratings with it for myself. Haven't used it with others yet. But yes, for myself, been really enjoying the readings that I've been getting from it. So yes, the Evil Queen. Of course, there are a few cards where I'm not familiar with like who they are. Like, for example, this guy. And that's mainly because some of these are like I haven't watched, or they might be newer. That guy, I think he's not new. I just haven't watched that particular movie. So yes. Also, this guy. This is like the Hermit is like one of my favorites in the major. I don't like this Hermit, and I didn't know who this guy was because I haven't seen Meet the Robinsons. He's from Meet the Robinsons, and I haven't seen that card, or I haven't seen that movie. So yes, love the Moon card. Love it. So yeah. So yeah, I do have an unboxing of this. You can definitely check it out if you want to see more, know more, the guidebook, and all that good stuff. Then again, another one for my birthday was The Wandering Star by Kat Pierce. This was another indie picked up to be mass market. I got it last month, so I haven't had that much time to work with it. I've worked with it a bit, and I do love, the readings that I've had so far with it. It has 2 extra cards, which is pretty awesome. Love the cardstock. This is a Hay House publication, so I do love the cardstock. I'm a big fan of the fact that it has keywords hidden in the artwork. I find that really fun. I feel like this would be great also for beginners, in my opinion. Uh, I do have an unboxing of this on my channel, so you can definitely go check that out. I'll leave it in the description box, as with any other videos that I've mentioned. But yes, I love the style of our artwork. It's a very fun, like, look at her hair, it's black and pink. And yeah, I don't know, I just really love it. Definitely going to be working with this more this year because I feel like it's a really good deck to work with from the few readings that I've done with it so far. I did like a deck interview and it was really good. Um, very optimistic about my work with this deck. So yeah, I'm excited to work with this more. The last deck that I picked up for my birthday was the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris-Anne. And I did an unboxing of this along with a walkthrough of her 2 other tarot decks that I have in my collection. I called it the Chris-Anne Trilogy. And oh my god, this deck is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Well, it's hard hitting too, but it's just really funny. I had great time unboxing this. If you like watched the video, if you haven't, definitely go check it out. I'm like laughing every second. Like, I find it hilarious. And I just really love the concept of it. It's just so funny and fun and whimsical. And I've worked with this also a bit, not too much because I just received it last month. And yeah, I don't know. I've really liked the readings. I did a deck interview for this as well. And I do love the readings that I get from it, from the few that I've done so far. But I'm definitely planning to work with this more because this is probably easily one that will become like one of my top favorites in my collection. It's a fluffy cow in a dress. Like, I love it so much. It's so fun. Oh my god, look at this lemur's face as the tower. I love it. I don't know. It's hilarious. It's such a funny concept that she did. Look at this turtle. That face is so funny. And yeah, I just really enjoy it. And of course, Chris-Anne's guidebooks are absolutely amazing. I love her decks very much. The Lightseers is like my number one. That one is probably one of my soul decks, honestly, because I just love it. Look at this 3 of Swords. How funny is that, though? It's an ostrich. I love it so much. So yeah, the guidebook is great. I really enjoy it, and I love it. I love this so much. I can't say anything bad about it because it's so funny, and I'm in love with this, honestly. This is probably my second favorite out of all the decks that I own by her, and I own all 4. She has 4 decks, and I own all 4. So yeah, 3 of which are tarot, this one plus the 2 others, and then the other one is an oracle deck. So I love this deck so much. Definitely one I'd recommend, honestly. Obviously, I would recommend her Lightseers first, especially if you're a beginner in tarot. That one's so beginner friendly. But as a second deck, I would definitely recommend this because it's fantastic, fantastic. Then I picked up 2 decks for the holidays. So I got the Intuitive Night Goddess. Again, I haven't worked with this too much. This was on my wish list to get. It was another indie turned mass market publication. Very interesting. It's very collagey. But I don't know. This is typically not the style I would go for, like that uncommon tarot type of style. I don't like, and I'm not really sure about that deck. But there was something about this that I just really loved. And when I saw it at the bookstore, I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick this up. And I love it. I filmed my unboxing. It's not live on my channel yet. And I did a deck interview and I was just like, oh, this is like amazing. And they did rename the some of the majors, and they renamed the court cards. And I just want to work with this more because it's so amazing and I just love it so much. I'm actually thinking about getting this other oracle deck that has like a similar vibe that I think would pair very nicely with this particular deck. And yeah, I love it. I love it so much. Like, this is amazing. And this is definitely not everyone's cup of tea, definitely not everyone's type of art style. I'm sure there's people out there that would be like, I don't know. And that's okay. It's not for everyone. But I don't know. I love it. There's diversity, which is great. And it's just really interesting. Very interesting. So, yeah. And the guidebook is really great as well. I find it to be really good. And then also, this is my second to last deck that I picked up for the year. It was the Moon and Stars Tarot by Jean Wallace. Now, I was pretty impressed. I picked it up at the same time as the Intuitive Night Goddess. They changed their box, Kiko Books. And I was like, yes, finally, their previous box style, absolutely horrendous. Absolutely hated it. Then when I opened it, I noticed that they had matte cardstock, which I believe this is also new. So, yes, this is strictly a pip deck. All of Jean Wallace's decks are pip. They're not illustrated, which I don't mind. I'm pretty sure they're Thoth-based, so that's probably why. And they all have keywords, which is, in my opinion, great. If you're the type of person that can't work with a deck like this, they have keywords to help, move your intuition to think about what the interpretation can be. So, yes. I liked it. I thought about getting this mainly because it's moon and star related, which I thought was an interesting concept, and I've been looking into trying to get like a celestial type deck. I know there's a celestial tarot, which interests me. I'm definitely interested in that one. And that I believe is a low Scarabeo deck, I believe. But I do like this. It pairs nicely with the Moonology Manifestation deck. The readings I've done so far, I've done some moon readings with it. They've been great, very impactful, even though it's only, 8 stars, for example, these are shooting stars for the swords, whatever. But yeah, I don't mind it. I have another Jane Wallace deck, and it doesn't really bother me. I just like the fact that they changed cardstock and they changed the box. That was what really impressed me the most when it came to this. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. I hope that they keep with this box style, and I hope that they keep with this kind of cardstock, because amazing. I love it. So my last deck of 2021 was the Orion's Animal Tarot by Ambi Sun. This is a Rockpool publication. And my God, I pre-ordered this. Date keep changing and all that stuff. It was supposed to come early December, then it changed again, and then I ended up getting it just before the end of the year. And this was my last deck, so I didn't get to work with it in 2021 because it came out I got it at the end of the year. So I've been working with it this month in January, and I absolutely love it. I think this is probably my favorite animal tarot. Now, I haven't worked with the Animal Totem Tarot, so at this time, just working with this particular deck is probably one of my favorites. Look at them. They're so cute. And I just love the imagery. I love the readings that I've gotten. I already have like some stalker cards from this deck. The star keeps like stalking me. Look at this freaking Ace of Cups. Like, how cute is this Ace of Cups? The guidebook is fantastic, I have to say. The creator separated the animal part of the cards. So you have like in the beginning, you have like each card, the animal that's in it, a little explanation of the animal, and then you can go into the cards and like the details about the upright, reversed, the imagery on the card, and all that good stuff. So I just love it, and I love the artwork. Absolutely beautiful. This was another one that was indie turned mass market. Rockpool, you did a great job in selecting. Like, yes, this is a great indie deck that you picked up, honestly. It has gilding, as you saw, and it's matte, which I love. I love this moon card. Absolutely beautiful. So yes, I have been enjoying my time working with it. I'm excited to work with it more, of course. But yes, absolutely love that this was my last deck of the year. So yeah, it's been a great year, I think, with purchases. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What did you buy in 2021? Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll add some More decks to my wish list. Like I need any more, but yes, I really do. And let me know what you think of these decks. Did you bring any of these decks into your collection? Are you eyeing any of these decks? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I do thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as it's greatly appreciated. And I hope that you have a great day.